Hi guys, so this is a what is on my sewing table episode and I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. Also at the end of this, I went for a walk this morning in one of the really pretty cemeteries here in town, and I know that I always love peaceful European cemeteries and I thought that you guys might as well. So I am going to show you some of that if you stick around to the end. Okay, so I've been working on the Morgan jeans. I did baste them. I didn't get a chance to take a picture while I was basting them, but basically it was just that they were too big. And the funny thing is that after my last with the green lounge dress, someone commented, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, that I always seem to make things too big. And then when I started thinking about it, I went, yeah, that's true. When it's indie patterns, I tend to end up with something too big pretty much all the time, like 90% of the time. So my measurements put me at a size 12. And so I cut a 10 and I just put them together and they're definitely too big. So I'm gonna go down another size to an 8. I've now taken them all apart, and which is, you know, a pain, but it's worse to make them incorrectly to begin with. So I've taken them all apart again. I'm going to cut down the pattern pieces and I'm just pressing the pieces again, like just flat pressing them to get them even. And then I will cut them down to the 8. And then I think I'm just gonna go for it, because even though they were too big, the crotch seemed to be good, the bum seemed to be good in terms of shape. It didn't feel like it was gonna be off. So I think I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, so I've cut everything down and I'm gonna start sewing again. The other thing I'm doing is I'm gonna do a little coin purse, but not for coins, but for knitting and sewing notions. So the thing I like about this little one is that when it opens, the sides are enclosed so that you can make it almost like a little tray. And I often find, like, you know, one second, these plasticky zip things, I can't get anything out of them because they don't, do you know what I mean? I'm always like trying to dig in there to get things out. So I figure I'll do this. And I'm also going to be making another zipper case for some of my needles and things that don't fit in there. So I downloaded this, I'll link it below and I'll show you. I've actually printed it out and measured about 1 centimeter around to make it a little bit bigger. And I bought some Velcro and some interfacing. So if this works out, I'm thinking doing a couple of these for gifts for Christmas. So I thought that might be fun. So just to show you another thing that I have going on here, I have this green yarn from Knit Crate, and I really like the composition. It's merino, baby alpaca, and silk. And I have 2 skeins of this, but this green is just not me, this leafy green. I'm not quite sure what I would do with it. So I'm gonna give a try to well, that doesn't really show you much, is it? But that's because the color has already started to come out of these black beans. So I'm gonna try and do some black bean dye to try and deepen, at least deepen the color of this green, or even just make it darker in some way, because I really love the composition and I've got a good chunk of it. I could do something really nice with it, but this green I just wouldn't use. All right, so I just had a little bit of lunch. I finished up one of these little things using that pattern that I just showed you. It's too small for what I'm looking for, and I also sewed one of the Velcros on the wrong way. I didn't actually look at the instructions. I just kind of wanted to get the gist of it, but you sort of seam up these little sides, and that way when it's open, it's like a little pouch. So I'm gonna finish this off as a gift. I'll put it in Lily's advent calendar because I do a little advent thing for them, and this is sort of the perfect little thing for that. But I'm gonna keep looking for a design that works for what I need, and then I'm ready to start my jeans again. So I'm starting at the top. I have my top stitch thread, which should go well with this. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. I'm gonna get ironing and get little top stitching done, and then I only have 1 machine, of course, so I don't have, well, actually I do have a second machine. Do I wanna set that up with? No, I don't. Top stitch thread, and I'm gonna get as much done as I can on the jeans, and then I'll show you how far I've gotten. Okay, so just to show you here, I like to block out the 8. Like it's 1/8, and I like to just leave it so I can see the 8. And if I do that, I get a really nice, let's see if I can do this at the same time. So there's my top stitching. Here's my first bit of top stitching. Not perfect. Maybe slightly too far apart. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, so you know how I said I wasn't going to set up another machine? Switching back and forth one time from regular thread to the top stitching thread, I was like, no. So I dug out the machine that I borrowed from someone like a year ago. Haven't even heard from her since then. I should probably reach out and see if she wants it back. But anyway, I dug it out and I've set it up and I think it's gonna work. So I've got this old Singer and I think it's probably, I've heard that it's perfect. Older machines, they're more hardy. And so I did a line of stitching. Let's see if we can see it there, and it turned out just fine. So yeah, so now I'll be able to go back and forth from here to my machine behind me. So I'm getting ready to top stitch the back pocket, and I've just added up a folded toilet paper roll. I know there's a tool for this, but I don't have it. So I'm using this folded toilet paper roll and to make the height of the back of your presser foot the same height as what you're going over, and that helps it not mess up because of the thick. I also used the back of my scissors to kind of hammer down these thicker pieces just to kind of break them in a bit. I've just sewed the whole pocket bag onto the wrong side and top stitched it. See, that's not supposed to be like that. That's supposed to be like that. Yeah. All right, well, I can't find my seam ripper, so I'm going to take that as a take a break sign. And actually, I might even go and get a better seam ripper because the only seam ripper I have is the little white one that comes with your sewing machine. And I have a feeling I need, you know, a nice more heavy duty one, the Clover one, you know, with the nice handle, a little more sturdy. Anyway, overall, I had a really great day slow sewing and just really enjoying it. I feel like the jeans are going to look great when we're done, and I look forward to sharing more with you tomorrow or the next day or whenever I get back. I'm going to share with you now the little walk around the cemetery that we did this morning, and then I'm going to try and get this up for you. So this was just a work in progress day, and I will see you soon with the finished jeans.